Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the round 2 edition of the Football Town Show. And first up, we have Adis Serhic and Brimbank taking on Aaron Masinovic and Mikulim. Masinovic taking on his old team of a couple of seasons ago. Then Jose Carlos, the new manager for Carlton, will go up against the first female manager in Selma Zilic from Metropolitan. Then Colby Waterfield makes a return for the Vipers, and they come quick enough after their poor form last round as Todd Miles gets his junior Fitzroy team up and running. Then Lucas Krull, in what is rumoured to be his last game for Ashburton, go up against Matty Pickers at CF Brunswick. And then Gustavo Candelo, who had a brilliant FAFL for FC Ballarat, goes up against Hume FC and their new recruit Ahmed Azam. And in the last game of the night, Burukhan Kocha will look to be scoring a bag for Moreland against an up-and-running Pascoe Vale FC. But before we move on, ladies and gents, let's take a look at last week's results. Mikulim caused the upset of the round, defeating the Vipers by 2 goals. Well, there were also wins for Metropolitan, a narrow win for Pascoe Vale over State League champs Brimbank. Hume, Ashburton and Moreland also collected the 3 points. Looking at the first game for round 2, we had Metropolitan taking on FC Carlton. And as we'd mentioned before, the manager for this game for Metropolitan was the first female manager, Selma Zilic. And her team got off to the great start. Tomo Grigic just missing the outside of the left post there. And after a poor corner from Carlton, Ali Redzepovic was able to pounce on the loose ball, set up Ivan Zilic, but a brilliant clearance from Chaban Razab saves the day, and it still remained 0-0. Yet another counter-attack from Ivan Zilic and Ali Redzepovic able the Metropolitan lads to claim a 1-0 lead, and well deserved as they showed the attacking intent and rewarded finally. After falling asleep at the corner and not man-marking, Ali Redzepovic gifted him his second goal, and they led 2-0 at half-time. To open the second half, Carlton bounced back as they got on the front foot with Chaban Rajab's close-range finish. The scores at 2-1, Metropolitan had to respond quickly, and they did so with Dino Redzepovic with a fine solo effort, and he celebrated in style reminiscent of Lucas Krull from Ashburton. Going pound for possession, Metropolitan were most dangerous on the counter and from their set pieces. Alexander Stevanovic unlucky not to get on the score sheet there. But when gifted another opportunity from a free kick, Stevanovic made no mistake this time, slotting the ball from a tight angle at the back post. Poor defensive work from Carlton yet again. With time fast ticking away and the score at 4-1, Carlton had nothing to lose, so they go for broke. Nathan T should have registered a major there. And standing keeper Chaban Rajab did a fantastic job keeping out Adam Husseini's penalty. But there was no stopping Ivan Zilic from the tip of the D, unmarked, which is his bread and butter strike. But there was a late flurry of goals as JP Nikolopoulos tapped in at the back post. And when Chaban Rajab stepped up for a free kick, it was too little too late. The score ended up 5-3.
I think we made it hard for ourselves towards the end. We were comfortable with a 5-1 lead, and yeah, I think we just slacked off towards the end, and yeah, conceded 2 goals that we shouldn't have.
The next game on the card was going to be an absolute beauty as the Vic Vipers, who finished second last season, took on the youngsters of the V-League, Fitzroy FC. And it was no surprise that the Vipers got off on the right foot. A brilliant through ball from Adam Cooper found Jason Barrientos and made it 1-0. Adam Cooper in the next run of play went on his own, beating 2 down the line and slotting between the keeper's legs. It was soon 2-0 and Fitzroy was certainly on the back foot. A swift counter-attack by Miguel Barrigos found Adam Cooper yet again for one of the goals of the week, showing some delicate poise, easily chipping over keeper Jack Zillies for 3-0. And when the inexperienced Vlad Karmiz in his first game failed to clear the ball, Maxi Avram seized his opportunity and made it 4. But the Vipers weren't done with their scoring in the first half. Defender Het Tran is very handy when he gets that close to goal, and it was made 5-0 before Fitzroy could even register a shot. But in the last play of the half, David Union had a one-on-one with Christos Apostolakis, but the experienced keeper made sure his clean sheet was still intact. A great run and strike from captain Alistair Dunlop signalled Fitzroy's intent for the start of the half. They tried to get momentum to swing in their favour, having the last 3 major opportunities of the game. But unable to convert their opportunities, young Viper Luke Hollian seized his team's opportunity and made it a further 6-0 with a brilliant turn and shoot. And then it was another youngster on the Vipers list, Gabby Lucena, who ran unopposed all the way from the defence to cap off the 7-0 scoreline. This is exactly the result the Vipers needed after last week's shot loss to Mickleham.
Yeah, I was exceptionally well. I was happy with the boys. Last Friday, didn't do too well, and Milton gave us a bit of a beating, so we had to perform, and we did.
Cleared by Sharman Rajab. Really well done by Zurich. Lovely goal, not a yell. Absolute quality. Andre Farina gives them a high five, says, that's a nice goal. Nice. Gets the Vipers on the board within a minute. Quick fire stuff. That's what the Vipers were lacking. Viter off his line, shutting that down. Dahani finishes it off. Classy finish.
Hi, I'm Anna, and you're watching the Futbol Town Show. Go Futsal!
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the round 2 match of the round, where we see two State League foes go head-to-head in Mickleham and Brimbank. Now we see our two captains here, Ahmed Mukta on our left and Mark Borcher on our right. Mickleham are at full strength. They're a new-look team with David Kosturic, Lachlan Campbell playing their first games last week. Will Brimbank's thin squad be up to the challenge of the physical Mickleham? Let's go down to Jimmy Soufis and find out.
Sehich, down the line. Now Campbell. Big left foot he's got. As the Vic Vipers found out on Friday, as he goes Hamre, and Eric Hamre has opened the scoring here with a fierce toe poke. And well, largely against expectations, Mickleham looked the stronger side. Shinfloni. Mukta. And here goes Campbell. Ooh. That was a lot closer than anyone thought, and it's actually a corner. May have taken a slight deflection there off Sehich. I believe it's pronounced. We'll get that right. Kostunic. And oh, here goes Hamre again, and Borchet! Brilliant work from Eric Hamre. And he found Mark Borchet unmarked at the back post, and he's got his first goal of the season, and those two. One back now by Kaucevic, laid off for Hamre, and Eric Hamre. He's got his second and made it 3-0. And Mickleham have come out and they're being absolutely destroyed by Brimbank. It's 3-0 in a matter of just 7 minutes. Here's Robotis, Vasinovic. Now Kaucevic, 1-2 there. Fikret Kaucevic lost out. Now Robotis. Masinovic, saved by Italia. Awkward one there as it was looked like it was dipping. Robotis goes down again. Zoric. Played across, Sehich one out. And Zoric wins it back, and now Vlado Zoric, Robotis. Very good finish in the end as the timeout's called. 3-1 to Brimbank. Saved by Italia. Borchet. Now Mark Borchet playing through Hamre. Eric Hamre saved by Shinfloni. And was not even on target. Down the line and now Puston. Playing through Robotis. Puston, Robotis. And back to Michael Puston, Robotis. Great play by Mickleham. You could see it coming from a mile away and no one tracked it, but Robotis creating plays, scoring goals and setting them up as Puston put it in the back of the net. beats Puston easily, but Hummer's left foot shot skimming wide. Misinovic. And Kablar should have done better there. That's a big chance gone begging for Admir Kablar. Kablar down the line. Siege. One back. And now Campbell! Siege gambled with it at the back. And Lachlan Campbell won it. And he's fierce. First time effort. Found the back of the net and, well, a minute 40. Talia rolled it short. Now here's Mukhtar. Ahmed Mukhtar has made it 4-3. Brimbank completely throwing away their advantage. Gone to sleep since it went to 3-0. As the ball's driven through, Hamre did really well to bump his man off the ball, and now, Kablar had to hit the target there, he didn't. And that will be the half. Time completely running down Chinfloni. This could still be a goal as Italia punched it clear, and that's half time, ladies and gentlemen. Eventful half it was. Brimbank throwing away a 3-0 lead. Trail 4-3 at the break. Filipovic. And now running all the way through was Eric Hamre. And he's tied things up again with his hat-trick. He is known for goals, and Eric Hamre makes it 4-4 and starts Brimbank on the same way they started the first half. Played it through, right to Robotis. Now Hamre, can he create something again? Eric Hamre. That was just wide of the mark. There. Straight into the oncoming Robotis, and now they've turned it over. Ball driven through, and had Borchard been alert, he could have intercepted that before it happened. Forced to Filipovic, saved by Italia. And Borchard could have prevented all of that had he been more aware. Not want to see on the highlights. Filipovic. Puston. Very slow game. It looks like a lot of Mickelen's games will be. There's not a lot of tempo, very scrappy, just want to get points to stay in the league. As Zoric took 3 or 4 saves from Italia, but it finally got in. Zoric dinking it over him. 5-4 the score. As Hamre almost. Siege. Here's Hamre. He's doing really well. And there's going to be a card here as the advantage was paid. Misinovic, the man carded. Again, Filipovic, the long ball specialist. There's Hamre. Drove it across. Kablar. One back by Campbell. And now Filipovic. Kablar again. Right over the top. Borchard's header. Good header, saved by Chinfloni. As here goes Campbell. Robotis. And Borchard now. Great play. Kablar laid it off. And Mark Borchard put it in the back of the net. And whack by Chinfloni, saved by Italia. Hamre Driving through Borchet, big save again by Chenfloney. He's made a few great saves, and now Hamade. Chenfloney, long throw. Oh, and had that gone down, it would have gone to Mukta. Italia's going to go long. Borchet, Hamade would have won it in the last milliseconds, but it doesn't. They finish with a draw. Brimbank with their first point in the V-League Premiership. Mickleham go to 4 and sit top of the table for now. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it was. We only had one sub today, so the whole team worked really well. Would have liked to win, of course, but it could have gone either way. But as a new team, we're happy with 1 point.
Fitzroy's first goal of the night V-League Premiership.
And driven through, and a big save there by Hanon.
Simsek! Oh, no, Simsek! They had to try Metro, they had to go for it. So below, there's a run to Paris. Oh, it's a good safety for it.
And Jurka Avdic scores an absolute ripper of a goal. Lascaris knew nothing about that.
Hi, I'm Dana. You're watching the Football Town Show. Go Futsal!
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the round 2 edition of the Football Town Show, where we wrap up the final clashes of the night. And the next game on the card was an absolute blockbuster as CF Brunswick went up against title hopefuls Ashburton FC, and it was the FOS Cup holders Ashburton who got off to a great start. A long ball from the defence by Matteo Rocca was decoyed past Brendan Chen with the sneaky run from Mikel Giotta. The Green Machine very fortunate to be leading, but not so on the second goal, as one of the goals of the week by Rocca was hit with pinpoint precision from distance, and soon Brunswick were right on the back foot. Moments later, they should have been on the score sheet, but Cameron Holmes had one of the misses of the season, absolutely terrible from the new recruit. Mo Al-Gharabi, who normally sits in defence, had a great strike, but Brendan Chen saw it off. Ashburton certainly had the better of the play in the first half, and Rocca capped it off with a great strike from distance yet again. Ashburton, if they were to put Brunswick away, had to score early, and they were gifted a golden opportunity with a bad tackle in the D. Lucas Krull made no mistake, finishing right above the head of Brendan Chen. Brilliant composure and poise there from the Brazilian. With Ashburton sitting comfortably at 3-0, the confidence was sky high, maybe too comfortable at that, and as they tried to dribble the ball out of the defence, it fell for Jose Portillo to score easily from close range. Desperate to pull away from Brunswick, Julian Afonseca put his body on the line to get a shot off at Brendan Chen. One thing you cannot do in this league is leave the quality players unmarked, and that's exactly what happened for Lucas Krull, and he punished Brunswick with a fine finish. He had 2 goals and then set up another for El Gharabi, who made a great run from the defence to make it 5-1, and they looked very comfortable for the 3 points. Some brilliant build-up play by Ruse Roslin and Nana Yao. A brilliant nutmeg there from Nana Yao set up one of the goals of the week and made sure that Brunswick were letting Ashburton know they were in a fight. The margin only 3 goals and the tension ever building. Brunswick needed a stroke of magic, and Josh Slovacek had a nice strike denied by Lorenzo de Paris, but it just wasn't Brunswick's night as Jose Portillo's own goal capped off the 6-2 loss.
It's a great win, second game of the season, good to start on a good note, and it was a really good game, defended well, and the boys gave us a good run, the Brunswick boys, especially with the new inclusion, Jose and Felipe. Good team, they'll do well this season, but our boys were on top most of the game, and I think we deserved the 3 points.
The next game on the card saw Hume FC, who finished in the top 4 last season, take on FC Essendon, who had to struggle through the relegation battles, but both squads are as equally talented. But Hume didn't rely on their talent to get their first goal. It was just pure luck, trickling off Rezat Kulkuloglu. The next passage of play, some brilliant individual work by Gustavo Candello forced the keeper into a fine save. And brilliant piece of 1-2 play set up Ahmed Azam for one of the goals of the week from a ridiculous angle off the underside of the crossbar. Hume leading 2-0, Matej Brodrovsky's talents came to good use, holding off a number of players and getting Ahmed Azam right to the goal mouth. Moe Tanki should have made it 3-0, but he hit the crossbar. Essendon were under the pump by Hume's constant pressure on goal, Ahmed Azam forcing Fadi Kulkar into one of the saves of the half. But Essendon soon bounced back through Candelo. A brilliant strike from the defender brought the scores back. He dedicated his goal to his baby that was born only a couple of days earlier. At the start of the second half, it was all Hume and Matty Vajovski hitting the inside of the left post and then going one further, scoring his first goal of the game and breaking the game open at 3-1. This game was certainly becoming known for its fine saves as John Foley pulled Liam Digby into a great save, and then player manager Amin Kaddad, with a rare strike on target, could not defeat Fadi Kunkar. Little known Fikri Bozdagan snuck in behind the Essendon defence from a corner as he got his first goal of the season and made it 4-1, and a late penalty save from Liam Digby capped off a great win for Hume.
I think we need as many points as we can at the start, because last year we did lose a few of the games we should have won and we lost a few points, and you're sure we were only off by 5 points from winning the league. So this season we're not going to do that. Hopefully we get Nejdet back and Vadim back for the next game and we'll be firing on all cylinders, so you're going to see a different Hume this year.
And the last game of the night saw Pascoe Vale FC, who are currently sitting atop of the B-League ladder, take on Moreland FC, who got a narrow win against Carlton last week. And surprisingly, it was Moreland, the underdogs, who got the dream start. They went 1-0 up with a fine strike from Sona Kul. But it didn't take long for the league leaders and title favourites to bounce back as giant French striker Sofiane Soufi turned Sona Kul with ease and made it 1-1. A brilliant interception by Ernie Simsek pulled Moreland keeper Emre Okal into the game for the first time. And Breno Pilati, who works well in tight angles, got the ball out to Joel De Silva and Okal had to save again. Simon Lamunda, who's been in and out of the Moreland side for a long time, showed his worth to his side as they regained the lead at 2-1. The forward combination of Soufi and De Silva almost levelled the scores at 2-2 just before half-time, but Moreland would carry the momentum into the second half. At the start of the second half, Ernie Simsek turned Pascoe Vale's fortunes around, levelling the score back at 2-2. And some great pressure from Rodrigo Evangelista allowed the loose ball to spill to Joel De Silva, and they soon had the lead, which they rightfully deserved. Some brilliant build-up play through Brazilians De Silva and Caro showed that Pascoe Vale were going to be a force to be still reckoned with again this season. It continued to rain goals for Pascoe Vale and Sofiane Soufi, the big Frenchman proving unstoppable, scoring his second goal. And there was more good fortune as he ran straight through the defence unopposed to claim the hat-trick, although the keeper, Emre Okal, should have done a lot better from that angle. The score now at 6-2. The pressure was right off Pascoe Vale and it was party time, and they passed around and did as they pleased. Breno Pilati grabbing his first of the game and extending the lead even further. A beautiful ball from Burukan Kocha found the delightful run of Sebastian Ingrosso, but he hit the crossbar, while Pascoe Vale counter-attacked to the other end. Ernie Simsek showing Moreland how it's done, getting his second for the game. And who else to put the icing on the cake but Sofiane Soufi with his fourth goal, capping off a 9-2 victory.
Tonight's result, really, really happy. Playing good futsal, couple new inclusions. Dame, after playing FAFL and we lose 5 players, what do you want me to do? You know, we have to bring players in, we have to try them, and we have to go from there, take the next step.
Well, there it is, ladies and gents. Round 2 done and dusted. A few upsets and a few classic results. Let's take a look at them. Brimbank earned their first point of the season and Mickleham remain undefeated. Metropolitan overcame Carlton. The Vipers gave Fitzroy a futsal lesson, where there were also wins for Ashburton, Hume and Pascoe Vale. Some very differing results there. Let's see how they affect the round 2 ladder. And there's no surprise that Pascoe Vale sit atop of the tree as they always do, followed by Hume, Metropolitan and the surprise inclusion Mickleham. And in the bottom 4 we have Brimbank, Essendon, Brunswick and Fitzroy, all on goal difference and without a point. Looking at the top goal scorers after round 2, we have young Matty Vagovsky, the young player of last season, on top with Ali Radzepovic, one of the oldest players in the V-League, on 5, Soufi on 4, and then there's also Lockie Campbell and Eric Hamray on 3. As we have a look at the round 3 fixture, the first clash of the round, Moreland and Mickleham, will be played on a later date, but the 2 matches that I would put my money on being the blockbusters would be Metropolitan and Pascoe Vale, a top 4 clash, and also Hume and Brunswick, 2 of the hottest squads in the entire league. As always, ladies and gents, thanks for joining us. Let's go to Goal of the Week.
Yeah. Nana, yeah. Oh, Nana, yeah. Lovely. Cameron Holmes, yeah. Lovely goal. Nana, yeah. Absolute quality. Andre Farina gives him a high five, says, that's a nice goal. Cruel. Rocker. Mateo Rocker. Drills one. Past Chen. Gets his second goal of the game. Cooper. Nice turn. Ball fed through. Baragos now. 2-on-1 counter-attack. Cooper just definitely chips the goalkeeper. Adam Cooper with a lovely finish to put the Vic Vipers 3-0 in the lead.